Oh, I hate how numb it is. It's freaking me out. Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today. I'm just sitting at my computer because I just got off of a meeting and have been doing a little bit of work. Gonna be basically editing videos for the rest of the day. It's gonna feel like the rest of my life. But yeah, I'm having, I think, an issue with my incision. I'm gonna share that with you in just a little bit. I'm gonna show it to you because I've been down this road before with funky incisions and we've been doing good until this morning. So anyways, I just got a little package from, I believe this is from my best friend, the one that lives in Texas that I got to see this summer. Pretty sure this is from her. We're gonna see what it is. She sent it, I think, because of what's been going on the last month or so. But she didn't tell me what it was. She just said, let me know when it gets there. So let's see. I have no idea. Two things. Hold on. Oh. Oh. Why did I open this on camera? I read the receipt. Oh. Okay. Well, here's the little card. I just read the receipt, so I think I know what it is, but it's for Zach and I. I don't know which is which, so I'll open them both and then I'll give it to him later. Kelsey. Kelsey! That's really sweet. It is a Morse code bracelet, and so it's got different color beads here, and it says that, which I can't even say out loud because I will cry. That's Zach's, so I'll put that back in the box. That's really pretty. Well, thank you, Kelsey. I have been trying not to cry so much. I know crying's good and all, but my eyes were getting so red. If you saw that hospital vlog, oh my god, I have never cried so much in my life, and my eyes were just painful. Holy cow. Okay, well, that was very sweet. I'm gonna have to call her up. Anyways, that's so cute. Let me set this aside. I'll tie the ribbon back around Zach's. Yeah, so I feel funny, like, just let me tell you about my incision now. Yeah, so if you saw my post-op appointment video, I went in to see my surgeon, my doctor, to just check in and see how things were doing. And I just mentioned to her that the edge of my incision, on one side, there was like a little bit of pain, little bump, and I said I'm pretty sure it's a stitch, just, you know, under the skin. It's not my first time that that's happened, where it's the edge of the incision, there's like a little knot, because there is a knot, it's the stitches. And so I showed it to her and she tried messing with it. She got a sterile kit with tweezers and stuff to try and pick it out, and that like really irritated it. That was a week ago. And it was fine. It was just a little more tender afterwards. She didn't get the stitch out. And then I noticed this morning, I've been wearing that silicone dressing, the Freedom Mom silicone scar patches. I'll link them in the description. They are fantastic. Those suckers stick on so well and they don't peel off. Where have they been for all of my other surgeries? I wish I knew about them. They're a little bit more on the expensive side, but I'm wondering if that's like the quality of them, because I've never had a dressing stick that well and look that good. a week after putting it on. This morning, I noticed a little like yellow ring, and I almost thought it was bruising. I thought there was bruising on my skin, but what it was the little area, that little bump kind of opened up, and the skin doesn't look that great now. It's just a small, tiny area, but it's oozing yellow fluid. That doesn't automatically mean that it's infected. You can ooze serosanguinous fluid and it can be normal. My fear is that every time I've ever had that happen where fluid starts coming out of an incision, it usually needs to open up to release all of it. And that's my concern. Like, please don't open up. Just stay together. You looked so good. I don't know if it is just a little knot of the stitches in there. They're supposed to be dissolvable. I've never had a ton of luck with dissolvable stitches. I've always had, you know, an area that looks a little funky, so I just don't like where they knot it. It irritates under the skin. It's just I don't even know if it's just like a big knot under the skin and that's why my body doesn't like it. So I put a little gauze on it. I took the silicone dressing off, figured let's give it some air, let's put some gauze to absorb that fluid and see how much is actually coming out of the incision. I am, let's see, as of today, I am, I think 3 weeks out of surgery. I had it April 3rd and it's the 24th. So yeah, 3 weeks out of surgery. Incisions can take a long time to heal, and I've been very careful with what I'm lifting and stuff. I've been careful with what I'm doing and stuff, you know, knowing my limitations because I've had a lot of surgeries and the incision has felt good. So I don't think it's that. It's just this one area that looked concerning before and now is starting to open up. I really don't want to do wound care on this stupid incision. The rest looks good. The rest looks beautiful. It's still together. It's still a nice line. It's just the very end. The skin does not look great. All right, we are in the plant hallway. As you can see, I've got the door open here to the porch, and there's a bee about to come get me here. You stay outside. You're not invited. Sorry about that. I love the bees, but they can stay outside where, you know, hopefully they don't come after me. But I keep opening the door because it's beautiful during the day, like beautiful enough that the plants would do great out there, but at night we are still getting freezes and I want them to stop. Anyways, I have had the little bit of gauze on that spot since this morning. We'll see how much drainage there is. That'll give me a good idea over the span of a couple hours, like what's it doing, and I'll switch out the gauze so you guys can see what's going on here. All right. Ugh. And my pants, unless they're high-waisted, keep hitting at the worst spot. Still draining. I don't see a ton of drainage. Okay. I just put 2 tiny pieces of tape on it. It almost looks like a zit. Like I can see pus. I can see pus actually. Come on, man. I'm hoping. Ow. Oh, I hate how numb it is. It's freaking me out. I see the tiniest little bit, but yes, it looks like. I think it's just a stitch. Don't worry, I washed my hands before this. It also doesn't help that I'm getting ingrown hairs. I am just going to carefully zoom in on that spot, okay? I might have to lower the camera. Let's lower the camera a little bit so you can actually see. Do you see what I'm talking about? Right there. Alright, I'm gonna keep it covered. I apologize if you just saw more of me than you wanted to. It's so tiny that I think I'm okay. Like, even if it did open up, as long as it stays in just that area, I should be fine. I think with the rest of the incision, I don't need anything over it at this point. It's healing really well, but I figure just place the gauze over the whole thing. You can see I've got my stoma cloak on, because I still haven't called to order more of the Convatec flanges, so I've got a Hollister one on right now. I know I need to revise the order. Maybe I should just order them. Maybe I should just order them, deal with the one wipe. I don't know. This is the battle I go through. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye on that over the next few days, see if it does anything. If it gets worse, I will let the doctor know. But for right now, I feel okay handling it. It's sore. I can definitely feel it on that side. The rest of the incision is just what you would imagine for being 3 weeks out from surgery. It's tender, but it's not, doesn't feel like there's anything wrong. That spot is a little bit more painful than I want it to be. So it doesn't look like there's a large area of redness other than the little spot, the little tiny bit of pus that I saw, which I think is from the knot of the stitches. I don't see any other concerning symptoms, signs, whatever. So we'll keep an eye on it for a few days. Okay, so you can probably tell it is a few days later, and I just set up a green screen that came in the mail. It's something that I have never actually had before. I did have the backdrop bar, but I haven't had a green screen, and that's actually how I did the end of all of my videos. I got a green screen laptop, and I was able to transfix myself within the laptop, like I recorded a little video, and so I thought, if my program can do green screens, maybe we can have a little bit of fun with it. I also have a social media management opportunity, and I thought this would be really helpful to have to play with the background, so we'll see how it works. I'm not sure. I didn't measure, and it's very long, but I guess it's good because it can go under your feet if you want to capture your whole body. I don't know. Because it is a few days later, it's actually Sunday now, and so yesterday I got to dress up a little bit and I felt really good about myself. I'll share a little clip right here next to me. I got this dress when we went to TJ Maxx in like King of Prussia Mall area. I got this knit dress at TJ Maxx, and it just makes me feel really good, really pretty, and I wore it last night because we went out to karaoke with one of Zach's coworkers and his future wife, so that was super fun. It's nice to be doing fun things and having a different focus for a little bit. I have been really, really pleased with how I feel. Very minimal pain around the incision, although that one spot is still really funky. Maybe a little bit worse than it was a few days ago, so I will show you that in a little bit. But I am grateful that I am able to do things, and I know I'm getting a lot of messages, Maggie, you need to just relax, put your feet up for 6 to 8 weeks. I wish that was an option. I truly do. It's very difficult for me to do that mentally, but also there are things that do need to get done, and I do need to like actually do some work, and it makes me feel good to be able to do physical things. Obviously, I've had a number of surgeries, and so I am very aware of my body, and I'm very careful with what I do, and I know it's hard to see that sometimes in videos, but I want to reassure that I'm being extremely careful with everything that I do. This green screen behind me looks really funky. I don't know. I should have probably gotten a smaller one. It's humongous. Yeah, it is absolutely gorgeous outside today. I think it's going to be in the 80s today and tomorrow. So I actually planted some stuff outside. I planted broccoli, cauliflower, and snapdragons. So I am going to show you that really quick. Let's go outside. You can hear all the birds outside today. They're all really happy. Okay, so this is my little garden area. I know there are a ton of weeds. It's rough looking. This is my perennial flower garden that I have had for about 7 years. It's where my tulips are down there. I've got daffodils that are obviously on their way out for the season. You can see my lilies over here. I've got a bunch kind of scattered throughout. And then these spiky guys are bearded iris, which should bloom in the next few weeks. I'm waiting to see flower stalks. Anyways, because I planted a ton of like annual flowers and some perennial flowers from seed this year, that's where all those flowers are going, like all in here. In fact, like I said, I put out some snapdragons. I planted a few more down there, and then I planted broccoli and cauliflower towards the front of this. Try to keep it away from the flowers. This probably is not the best spot for them. It gets a lot of sun here, so they might not do great, but I don't really have another spot this year to do it. I mean, he's not looking the worst. He's a little wilty. I think it's a little too warm today. We'll see how they go, but I'm excited to see what I can do with this space. What I want to do is fill it up with so many flowers that there's just not room for weeds to grow. That is my goal. And then I can have a nice little flower garden that's, you know, easier to keep because it's within this border. It's not going to be stressful for me like my previous gardens have been. And then I can cut flowers from it. That's my goal, really. And over here, I think this is a Miss Kim lilac. And you can see we are going to get flowers on this guy pretty soon. And yes, I know these bushes all need to be cut. I just don't have the capability right now to do it. Obviously, I don't want to strain myself, and Zach hasn't had the time. So yeah, they look very rough, very overgrown. I honestly hate these bushes. I wish they weren't there, but came with the house. So, and you can see over here our dogwoods are blooming. I love these. They are so pretty. I love this time of year. We have 4 dogwood trees and they all look gorgeous. But of course, these stupid bushes, I don't know why they planted them around these trees, because the bushes just are up in them. I know, we got to do something soon. I love that you can see the barn in the background here. It's like the reflection of our doors. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous out today. It is so warm. It'll be 80s. I feel like it's already in the 80s because it's hot. I need to switch to a t-shirt. Just a beautiful day, and it's very similar. I just wanted to mention this. Today is the anniversary of my mom passing away. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember. I was 13. So what would that make it? I was almost 14. And I'll be 31. I'm not going to do the math, but that's how many years it's been. But I remember it was sort of similar today. It was really warm out. It was at night though, and it's just like a really pleasant time of year, and it just felt so weird walking into the hospital with my dad and it just being so gorgeous out and people like riding their bikes and walking around and having a good time, and we're like walking into a hospital to say goodbye. I don't know. Very strange day for me. I'm gonna call my dad a little bit later. And because we were out last night, we were out late, and I don't know why I woke up super early this morning. I was just ready to go, and so I got on the computer and did some work. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired, so I am going to need a nap. That's definitely going to occur today. But first, I actually want to show you what my incision is doing, because I don't know what to think of it. Please ignore all the grow lights behind me and all this stuff on this shelf. I've got just random stuff everywhere. I gotta get to work on, either the kitchen or the living room, get that straightened up, because by the time I get them straightened up, the dining room and our bedroom are gonna be a mess again. You guys were really supportive on that vlog, though. I'm very appreciative. It is hard to keep a clean house. A, like, just normally, but B, after surgery. Anyways, let me show you this guy. I don't know, is this gonna work? No, I'm a little too, got the camera a little too high here. Hold on. Lower ya. So I just have a loose piece of gauze kind of being held on by my shorts right now and my underwear, because I kind of feel like the best thing for right now would be leave it open to air, but it's in such a weird spot where my pants hit that I don't want my pants rubbing into it and bugging it more. I don't know what to do. I tried actually using some 𝙗𝙪𝙨𝙨 dressings that I have. That's what actually helped me heal my backside, my proctocolectomy incision, and worked fantastic for that. But that was more of a, my wound was like stalling in its healing process, and the 𝙗𝙗 dressings or the gel helps kind of reactivate them, kind of helps break it down, because I guess it has some enzymes in it, which is not quite what I need right now. It's just, honestly, it looks like the skin is irritated. And I don't know if it got irritated because I had that silicone dressing on it and some fluid drained from that area and it sat on my skin for a few hours. That's what I'm thinking happened. But, you know, I got to keep my eyes out for any signs of infection. I don't know. So let me show it to you. Yeah, there's a little bit of drainage on this gauze. Okay, I'm gonna try to get close to the camera for you so you can see it. Yeah. See, it's just irritated skin there. And actually, you can still see the line of the incision through the irritated skin, and it looks fine. It's still together. It's just that top layer, and it's like peeling skin too. I don't know what to make of it, honestly. So I'm just gonna leave the gauze tucked like that for today, and we'll see what happens. Let me get you back on my face here. Raise you back up. Zoom you out. So that's what's going on with my incision. Otherwise, the rest of it looks beautiful. No issue at all. I just don't want that irritated skin to spread down the line, you know? So keeping an eye. There's just the tiniest bit of drainage on that gauze. I've had it on for a few hours now, so I don't know. It doesn't look like pus or anything. It's not like white or anything like that. It's just clear yellow. We'll see. It's healing is weird, and it's never in a straight line. It's kind of goes like this. For things to be going on with me, this is so minor. It's okay. It's okay. We can handle this. That's totally fine. There could be a lot worse going on right now, and truly, I am shocked at how fast I bounced back. And it really makes me look at previous surgeries, like when I had the proctocolectomy, or even when I had the kidney surgery only a few months after the proctocolectomy, and how healing was totally different. I don't know. I don't know if it's the extra weight or just not having a funky kidney or a funky colon. I don't know if that's just changed things and for the better, I mean, and it sort of feels like it has. And I have had questions about my incision with, you know, potentially future pregnancies. A lot of you guys told me about your ectopic stories, or people that you know who lost fallopian tubes and how they went on to get pregnant anyway. I have no idea what the future holds, and I have started to think about the future and fertility stuff again, which I think I'll talk about in a different video, but Zach and I did talk about it, which was really nice. It was a nice, like, sit-down conversation about it. I am not as afraid as I was. I was terrified when the tube ruptured and all of that happened. I don't feel as scared, which is really nice. Really nice, it really is. There is so much traffic on the road. Sorry if you can hear that. But yeah, I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. I'm just taking my time. And what I haven't told you, and it's not really, it's nothing to do with me, but somebody in my family lost a pregnancy the same week as me. And so, it's like, what is going on with the world? So I've had somebody to sort of commiserate with, and we both wound up getting surgeries for it, and now we're both figuring out the next steps. So it just, isn't that so weird and wild, and like, what a coincidence. So I'm kind of glad I'm not alone, but I wish I was in it. I wish it had worked out for the other person, but life is strange. It really is. But I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Long story short, feel like we're going in the right direction. I'm feeling good. Honestly, stuff like the gardening and working on the house, it's getting into physical activity again without getting into physical activity again and not going crazy. So the walks have been nice. Going to Valley Forge was nice, and even though it wore me out and it made me a little bit sore, I feel like it's just, you know, helping me take the right steps. So anyways, thank you guys for watching today. I will keep you updated on this incision. If it gets weird this week, I'm going to call the doctor and see just what they think of it. If they think there's any chance it's an infection, I'm going to keep my eyes on that. I know what to look out for, at least, when it comes to that stuff. And I'm not 100% positive about it right now. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't look like an infection to me. But I'm going to keep an eye on that drainage, see if it really spreads at all. I think my skin is just really irritated there. And it could be from that drainage just sitting on the skin and being trapped by that silicone. When I put the silicone on, it said on the instructions, don't do this on an open, you know, healing incision, basically, like an open wound. And so mine wasn't at the time. It was totally fine. It was just like a nice, beautiful line. It happened overnight that I had that drainage. What are you gonna do? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are looking for a way to help support my channel, consider liking this video or even subscribing. You can also check out my store at LetsTalkIBD.shop. I have stickers and hoodies like these guys over here, just related to chronic illness and inflammatory bowel disease, something fun. And I also have a coupon code for my YouTube watchers. You could also become a member of my channel, like the wonderful people scrolling on screen here. They've become a member and they have access to videos a little bit earlier. It's a great way to support my channel, and really, just watching my videos means the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.